What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, here on Industry Talk, and welcome to Primetime Pod, the hottest information resource outlet for all things entertainment, breaking news, celebrity interviews, and the hot topics of the day. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime.
Don't want to do
Anytime.
shit.
Primetime Pod. Make sure you check it
How? Why the fuck you think he missing? He say that.
out.
Yeah, and second bill a whole lot.
Now I'm not trying to get a little messy with you.
Time is money.
They go trap.
What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G, coming at you all the way live in studio today. Going through some technical checks and specs before we get started today. So bear with me. Let me make sure that everything is in order before we kick it off today. Um, got a special guest in the building, in studio. It's going to be live with us today. Comedian Jarrell Braswell, the main man, to sit there and give a little rundown on everything he's been um, getting into, um, places and spaces he's been rocking and rolling in, you know, because he's been making some moves. Hold on just a second. Make sure I get okay. All right, so we live, and that's good. My audio is good. Like I say, I'm doing all my technical checks and specs right now, so bear with me. Uh, and there again, like I said, my main man, Jarrell Braswell, will be joining me here in just a little bit. I want to make sure everybody that can hear me, sound good, look good, smell good. Um, let's see. Make sure you lock in. Make sure you lock in with my brother, Keith Wallace, www.keithwallace.org. Um, Mind Elevation, merch, body butter, beard oil, um, some items for the ladies. You know, we'll be dropping the album here real soon. That's coming down the pipeline. So be on the lookout for that. So make sure you tap in with my brother Keith Wallace at keithwallace.org. That's www.keithwallace.org. We have the industry talk teas for the summer uh, that have been dropped. You know, with us, we just drop. We don't do rollouts and the whole 9 yards. Although we should. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but at the same time, once we create a product, we push a product. So we have our industry talk um, t-shirts and hoodies that are available now. If you're interested in supporting the movement, thank you to everyone that has supported. It was a lot of orders that came in, so we're in the process of making sure that everyone that has gone through that first phase of the drop will be getting their merchandise here shortly. But keep it going, keep it rolling, and I appreciate all of the support and everyone that has jumped online and purchased an Industry Talk T-shirt. Today, today, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Motor City Cruise will be playing the Swarm in Greensboro, North Carolina. Baby boy will be out there doing this thing. Once again, lock in, tap in, ESPN, all of the channels, sports channels. Make your move. It's going down. Make sure you lock into that tonight. Let's see. Make sure. Let's see. Oh, this one will make sure. Hold on just a second. Make sure something is good on this end. Mm. Y'all gotta forgive me. Uh-oh. So now the reason I go live, they want to call. I can't talk to you right now. Can't talk to you right now. I'm working. I'm at work. I'm on the clock. Yes, indeed. What's going on, Uncle James? What's happening, brother? Look here. Give me a call, man, when you get an opportunity. Not right now, James. Not right now, Uncle James. But when you get an opportunity to give me a call, man. We're doing that casting call with um, Jarrell and Tony G, with the skits, the comedic skits and the movies that we're going to be shooting with G Mac, Sink or Swim. So hit me up when you get time. See if you're interested. You know, we're doing the casting calls. Put your information into the system, into the database with your headshot and your video links of your work. You know, I do have some work of you. That's why I'm asking you right now. I'm seeing you online with us. And thanks for tuning in. But if you get opportunity, interested in being a part of the cast and the crew, um, submit your information. And of course, this is how the casting call is going to go. We're going to do the first round of submission, whereas you submit your headshot and video links. We'll review. We'll send you a email link for a time scheduled online audition and read. Once you go through that phase, all of the final cast members will get an opportunity to do an in-house read and sit pretty much walk through what it is that we're going to be doing with the skits and the movies that's coming down line. So let's see. Uh, oh, I'm good. Oh, good stuff. I'm glad to see that you're interested. Um, but other than that, that's how we're gonna work it. If you want to submit your information to Freeway Records LLC at gmail.com on the email side of it. James, all you got to do is give me a call and we'll arrange all that stuff. But we do need to have your documentation on file so that we can work everything through the process. But back to the script. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure everything's good on this side over here because I'm not getting the feed on this side. Sorry for the distractions and the interruptions. Um, but okay, let's see if I can get back to here. And we are on hold for a little bit, waiting for um, Brother Jarrell Braswell to come online with me to talk with me about what he's got going on, what he's been doing, him traveling, hitting the road with Bubba Dub and G Mac, you know, out there with the film crew, locking it in real good. Hit a couple of tour dates so far with the We Them Ones tour. The content is looking phenomenal. Jarrell is out there networking, putting in a lot of work, a lot of FaceTime with all the right people, and getting his opportunity to present himself for who he is and what he brings to the table as an artist and as a great talent. So it's awesome to see it unfold. Get opportunity to talk to Jarrell today about his work, what he's been engaging in, the ups, the downs. Like I said, this is industry talk. So we talk about what's really going on in the industry. And hold on just 1 second. Go here. And before I get in all that, I want to make sure that all of my technical stuff is good. Make sure that the lighting is good. What's going on, Amos? What's happening? What's happening in the Facebook world? Okay, I'm seeing everything. I don't know if you're still there. What's going on, sister? We're gonna be talking to Jarrell today. I talked to Jay Boogie today. We're gonna sit there and work some things out. I kind of skipped. Um, I saw my girl. I'm on my bed. I saw my partner, my player partner, Amos online. She's always in major support of what we got going on. But I talked to Jay Boogie. I talked to your mom today, and we're gonna sit down and talk about what we need to do to bring the shows back into full effect at a larger facility, so we can bring more folks in, and bring in some bigger names. But keep in mind, the JB Comedy House is in full effect. JB's been on the road. You gotta have to take that in consideration. So we've been navigating and working around scheduling. We've been working around scheduling. What's going on, Terry Allred? I see you in the building. What's going on, my brother? Remember, Terry, they got that game going on tonight out there on your end, out there in Greensboro, North Carolina. And yes, my boy will be out there playing tonight with the Motor City Cruise. It should be awesome. Back to the script. Back to the script. I talked with Jay Boogie, and we look like we might be doing some things out in the Marion area. I got an opportunity to talk to Brother Tracy Timms. We're going to be doing some things over at um, the S Curve Lounge. Got an opportunity to talk with Queen Diva and the Sugartown Riders at their facility. We're trying to make the rounds and give opportunities for everybody to participate in what we got going on. Trio still locked in with DJ Serato and the family over there on that end. But we have to make some sense in terms of um, people coming out and supporting the efforts. We're bringing top-notch comedians to the stage, and these guys, this is what they do for a living. So we have to give them an opportunity to fulfill what it is that they're trying to get accomplished. We're also trying to bring to light um, local comedians and local talent that are working their way through things and having an opportunity to have a room to work out in and have it presented in such a way that people will be interested in seeing it and receiving it and giving it to the public in a way that they can enjoy it. So that's some of the logistical things that we've been working on to make everything that we do a win. So like I said, we've had 10 weeks of a consistent run. Big Meals 2025. What's going on now? Thank y'all for joining. Had a good run, and we're fine tuning everything that that we've been pulling together. So, like I said, we'll be talking with um, Jarrell Braswell here in just a little bit when he joins up with us here in probably about the next 15, 20 minutes. So in the meantime, in the between time, um, you know, I'm just giving you guys a little rundown on some of the things that we got going on. Let's see. 336, Dr. Realist. Appreciate you for joining. Thank you for coming on in. We love you. Look, y'all have to keep in mind, if it's not for you guys, I don't have a show. I just be talking to myself. Keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. So I appreciate you guys joining. Oh yeah, let me give a shameless plug. Oh, shameless plug to Alkaline Life Water. Let me clear my throat at the same time. Y'all know that's our water company. We support Alkaline Life Water out of Georgia with my man Michael Crittenden over in that area. So if you think about it and you need it, hit us up. We could get you on the distribution list. Some books that I want y'all to think about and go pick up when you get time. I need you to go pick them up when you get time. If you don't have them so far, if you don't have them, first book, my brother, Freddie Ricky Ross, 21 Keys of Success. 21 Keys of Success. If you don't have the book, you can DM me. You can hit me up at Freeway Records LLC at gmail.com, or you can go to the website www.freewayrecordsllc.com. You can go to gemsit.org, or you can go to freerickyross.com. Either which way it goes, you can tap into receiving the books. We'll ship them out, get them right to you without any problems, any issues. 21 Keys of Success. Make sure you tap in. That's my brother's second book. That's the second book that he's pushed out, and it's a good read. It's a good read. If you're interested in motivation, a success model on how to get things done and how to get things accomplished in your life. It's a good read. It's a good read on how Rick locked down and got a lot of things accomplished with what he was trying to get accomplished in his life throughout his journey after he was released from prison. Also, also, bam, the first book, Freeway Rick Ross, The Untold Autobiography. Freeway Rick Ross, The Untold Autobiography. And you can go to the same websites. You can go to the same websites that I just mentioned. And you can grab those books if you're interested. Okay. Um, it's an awesome journey. It's an awesome story. And if you don't know anything about Rick, you need to find out the true story of who the man is, the origins of the name, how it evolved into his name being stolen, basically, and by a gentleman by the name of William Roberts, and it transcended in the rap game, synonymous with who that individual is, and of course the true story of Freeway Ricky Ross and his run during the Reagan era, when there was, you know, him doing what he was doing in the streets, and at the height of his game, coming to find out that he was working in tandem or in conjunction with or through the CIA, unbeknownst to himself, with his operation, because of his friend, who turned out to be a federal informant. So it's a real in-depth story. John Singleton actually sold that story to studios, and Snowfall, as a matter of fact, came out of Rick's um, story, out of his life. And there are a lot of different documentaries that you could actually research and find out the truth about who Pharrell Ricky Ross is. But if you want to support our business, our franchise, our movement, the Freeway franchise, then you hit one of those websites, www.freewayRickyRoss.com, and buy one of those books, buy some shirts, support the fighters, join the Millionaires Club, book Rick in your region for either meet and greets, book signings, book tours, motivational speakings, you name it. Rick will come out and support it. If you have movies or features that you want him to participate in, um, drops for your business in terms of supporting your business and promoting your business through his social media network, reach out to us. Reach out to us, and Rick will be more than happy to actually support you in those endeavors. Okay. Um, what else we got? 'Cause we got a lot of stuff that's going on. Jay Boogie, what's going on, Jay Boogie? How you doing, sweetheart? I just was talking about you. I just was talking about Jay Boogie, talking about how we're gonna get everything kicked off with the comedy shows and sitting down and making some things going in the Marion or the Macon area. I'm forgetting which area we talked about, but we're gonna get it jumped off. We're gonna get it jumped off. As a matter of fact, um, we're gonna be talking to Jarrell here in just a minute, probably about 15, 20 minutes. Jarrell's gonna come on. But just to let you guys know, give you the heads up, April 1st, you have elections that are taking place in our region, in the Meridian region, Stonewall, surrounding areas. So if you're in Meridian, you have the mayor's race that's taking place. Um, I think the incumbent is running, and of course Percy Bland has his name in the hat, and a couple of the names. I have reached out to all of these people. I'm telling you right now, I've reached out to all of these people to come onto our platform, to either do an in-house appearance or a virtual appearance to talk about what's going on with them through their race and the whole 9 yards. The only individuals that have actually responded to actually talking with me on the platform about what they have going on and what their ideas are for the city is Tracy Timms. I spoke with Norwood. We're supposed to reschedule some time, but I have yet to actually get back. He's actually yet to get back with me to say, okay, let's do it on this date. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But I have reached out to all of these individuals. My thing is this: you have to have a connection with your city officials in some way, shape, form, or fashion if, in fact, you want to get things done. And the people that you elect into these positions are the people that are going to be representing you over the course of time that they're holding that seat. So if you don't have access to them, if they don't have, I mean, outside of just when it's time to be reelected, if they're not actually working in conjunction with you and community groups and city officials to actually move the needle in the right direction to rectify things that are going on in the city, then don't elect their ass. That's just my take on it. Don't put their ass in office. Don't reelect an individual that's not doing a damn thing for the betterment or the improvement of your city and your situation. It's just that simple. And if you can't get access to individuals to hold a conversation about what their idea is that can be disseminated to the public, because you don't have access to everyone. Everybody, you don't see these people going out knocking on doors and telling you, hey, man, this is why I want your vote. This is why I want your support. And even individuals that are incumbents that are actually leaving or sitting in office in a seat right now, and they're saying, hey, well, I don't need to go out because I'm already in office and you already seeing what I'm doing. No, I mean, you have to reboot this thing. You have to let folks know that you're serious about the job, you're committed to getting things accomplished, and you have the best interests of the people in mind. And one way of doing that in this present day is reaching out through social media and different platforms that would give you an opportunity to disseminate your information in your words. But enough about that because this isn't a political platform. I just wanted to give any and all representatives an opportunity to sit on our platform and have a good conversation about their contract that they're trying to make with the people of the city. What are you trying to do? Because everybody talks about crime, everybody talks about what the problems are, but nobody wants to focus on what the solutions are. You're sitting there putting the bag on these youngsters, but answer me this question: what types of job opportunities are you presenting to these kids to help them stay off the streets? Educational opportunities, the whole nine yards. We ain't talking about handouts. We're talking about real opportunities for these kids to improve themselves in their situation. So until we can start talking about that and putting that in the front, as opposed to some of the nonsense that we are dealing with, then we're just going to be spinning our wheels. And I hate to say that, but the right people aren't sitting in the rooms that are making the decisions. So enough with all of that. I've been talking too much about soapbox political bullshit, and that's not my thing. Let me see here. Uh, Devontae, I don't know who that is. Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? What's up, Devontae? What's going on, man? Look, y'all know I can't see. I'm looking at a screen over here, a screen over there, and look, what's going on, my brother? What's happening with you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Like I say all the time, man, without you guys, the show wouldn't be possible. Get an opportunity. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe to Primetime. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Right now, we're sitting right at about 71,000, almost 72,000 subscribers on our YouTube station, on our YouTube channel. So our message gets out to the world. Of course, also our sister affiliate, our parent affiliate, Boss Talk Podcast 101 out of Dallas, Texas. Make sure you go like, share, and subscribe. Lock in with my brother E, CEO, and Miss Jamaica over there with Boss Talk Podcast 101. I'm waiting for my brother Jarrell to come on in so we can get to talking with him about what we got going on. But like I was saying, My sister Jay Boogie has a lot of plans in mind about what she wants to do up in the Marion or the Macon area with the comedy shows, a larger venue, and getting the people out to come out and have a good time with us. Um, 10 weeks we having some fun. We're having some fun. But in order, like I said, in order for us to keep it going and to bring names like a Bubba Dub into town, or Mojo Brooks and Carlos Miller, or anyone of that fashion, just hilarious. Anyone of that magnitude, along with the A1 celebrities that we already have in stock with Jarrell Braswell and Tony G, um, uh, the local comedians that we work with from Roslyn to Renzo Too Funny and Uncle James and James Gardner. Is it Gardner or is it Griner? I want to say James Griner. These guys are fantastic for us building and doing what we have to do. But in order for it to grow the way that we want it to grow, guess what? We got to participate. We got to sit out there and show these folks that we want this to happen in the area, and then that perpetuates business wherever you are. So we can sit there and spread the love and actually grow it and grow it to the point where we can actually fill that Temple Theater on a regular and consistent basis with A-list celebrities that want to come to Meridian because they know that we have a true base of individuals that want and love and support comedy, want, love, and support having a good time, having a peaceful time, coming out and enjoying themselves. That's not hard to do, especially when you're dealing with folks that know, hey, man, I'm just coming out. I ain't on no bullshit. Just coming to have a good time. So that's what we're working towards. I talked with my sister Jay Boogie today, aka TT, aka Thais. I talked with her today. Good conversation. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna map it out, and it's gonna happen. Uh, let's see. You get opportunity. You get an opportunity. I need you to go follow my girl XO. XO Music is at XOMUZIK. XO Music. She just dropped her freestyle Let Her Cook on Spade TV, and that motherfucker going through the roof. I'm talking about it's on fire. My girl is she just hot like that when it come to spitting that shit on the microphone. So you get an opportunity to go follow my girl XO Music. Uh, it's XOMUZIK. She's one of the artists that is affiliated with Freeway Records and what we got going on in our camp. From a female artist perspective, or any artist perspective, there ain't too many folks that can fuck with her. I haven't run, and I guess I'm biased because she's in my camp, but I ain't ran across nobody that can fuck with her, lyrically, real talk. So you be the judge. You go check out her shit. You go see what she got going on, and correct me if I'm wrong. That's all I got to say. What else we got? Get It Blue. You know what I'm saying? Hometown hero. Get It Blue is going to be working his collaboration with Keith Wallace. Also, we're working on that music video, Toom Summer Day. We're going to be getting that shot here pretty soon, as well as the collab that he has with Keith Wallace. So that's going to work out real good. And whether you realize it or not, most of the beats that are in use or that Get It Blue uses are Twisted Genius beats. So we've got two hometown heroes that are linked together, making some things happen in this industry. And I believe it's just awesome to see. And I can't wait to see the final product. And when we shoot the video, we want everybody to come out and participate in that thing, have a good time with us, you know, because we're also working in conjunction with Keith to do to work the unity movement. We were at the radio station with Jigga JT about a month ago when he came into town to talk about going to the different youth facilities, juvenile correctional facilities, high schools, boys and girls clubs, YMCAs, whoever wants to open that door to allow Keith to come in, Jarrell Braswell to come in, and different individuals that are on that motivational speaking level to have an opportunity to bend the ears of those kids and give them real life stories about what they've gone through. because Keith has a major story or impactful story about being falsely accused of robbing a white woman at the age of 14 and having to sit down for 6 years for a crime that he didn't commit. So it's a lot more to it. I'm actually working on his book and his novel, his documentary as we speak. But the things that this young man has gone through, and to see his redemption and to see his resilience, and what he's fought through to get to where he is right now is just an amazing story that is unfolding right before our very eyes. And I appreciate being a part of that whole situation. Just like with Jarrell Braswell, my brother Jarrell and Tony G, two on the rise comedians that are putting in that work. I love to see the dedication, the perseverance, and all of the things that they go through, the ups and the downs that they have to go through. Renzo Too Funny taking a stab at it for the first time and killing it. To see these guys want to continue and still be a part of it and know that, hey man, if I don't quit and I keep on pushing and I keep writing these jokes, I keep getting in these rooms and giving myself an opportunity to succeed, eventually, after putting in that hard work and dedication, um, um, favor is graced upon you and it comes to pass. So that's what we're looking forward to, man. And we're gonna give you guys, we're gonna keep giving you guys this awesome content. We're gonna keep giving you guys um, these 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 great snippets and visuals into the backstages of our lives, because it's coming full scale to the forefront in terms of what it is that we're doing and people that, we're playing parts in their lives to make their success story a true success story. Um, let's see. It's 4:31. I wonder where JB is. He might have got caught up. He should be. Let me call JB right quick. I will be right back, y'all. Don't mind me. He might have. He might be driving. Mm. But yeah. Hmm. Yeah, he might be busy. We're gonna keep on rolling. We're gonna keep on rocking and rolling until he lock on in with us. Um, let's see. Back on track. All right. Mhm. Exciting news. This is real exciting news for me. This is super exciting news for me. And I don't like to brag on my kids uh too much, but at the same time, when they're doing great things, they're doing great things. Um, um, Mississippi State, of course, that's my son's alma mater. Mississippi State basketball um, has made it back into the NCAA tournament, and I'm looking forward to watching that. They have a great crew of young men that have everything that it takes to actually win this tournament this year. Um, Cam Matthews, Keyshawn Murphy, um, Sean Jones, Josh Hubbard. Man, look, and the coaching staff, Brooks, Jans, you name it. Everything that surrounds that team is just A plus. A plus, I promise you. So I'm looking forward to the start of the tournament and where these guys are going to go. Um, The only mistake that they made is that they let Mississippi State in the tournament this year. You know what I'm saying? Them boys was doing so good. Yeah, they let them in, and that was a mistake. So now they have the opportunity to go show you why you don't sit there and sleep on anything Mississippi. You know, I'm an advocate of Mississippi. I've always been an advocate of Mississippi. All of my friends and partners that live in California, New York, different areas. Man, why don't you move out to Florida, man? Why don't you come do this? Move up there to Detroit with your son. And, man, look, I'm Mississippi born and bred. Everything I do is about supporting Mississippi because of everything that I know that is wonderful that comes out of Mississippi. I know our rich history, whether it's good or bad, that's life. What I'm talking about is what Mississippi can be, what people that don't live in Mississippi, what they don't see, the opportunities that are here present in Mississippi for anyone that wants to take advantage of them. So when people talk about Mississippi, when people dog Mississippi or talk bad about Mississippi, I get offended. I get upset because they don't know a goddamn thing about Mississippi and the beautiful people that make up Mississippi. That's white, black, Latino, Japanese, Chinese. If you live in Mississippi, you're from Mississippi, you're part of Mississippi, you make up the construct of Mississippi. Hey, you know, you're a part of what makes us great and strong. Now, I'm not saying I got problems with some motherfuckers. I got problems with a lot of motherfuckers. You know, and that's not just white or black. That's just people in general that you may have issues with. But I don't let that get that confused in how I run and live my life as a professional. So when it comes to our city, when it comes to our state, I don't take it kindly when people disregard who we are as a people and what we do and how we produce as a people here in the great state of Mississippi, what we produce in the great state of Mississippi, what's come out of Mississippi from business leaders, entrepreneurs, athletes, actors, actresses, doctors, lawyers, you name it, across the whole spectrum of individuals in different types of fields. Mississippians have checked off all the boxes when it comes to being at the top of the list of the greatest of the greats that have done it. Mississippi is in that roll call. So I like to shine a very bright light on Mississippi and what we do here in Mississippi. Yes, I could take what we do to different states. I could take what we do to different areas, but Atlanta has its construct in place. New Orleans has its construct in place. Texas and different areas. Mississippi is still fighting to have that infrastructure for entertainment in place so that we can enjoy it at a level to where it comes through on a regular, consistent basis. People don't make Mississippi a stop. And that's disheartening to know that, you know, we could really we could really help and support the industry, our own ecosystem, you see. But, you know, that comes with a lot of work. It comes with a lot of engineering. And like I said, having the right people in the room to make it happen so that everyone wins. And you make those negotiations so that everyone comes out and we can see where it's a win for us to make things like that happen. So let me see, let me get back over here. I'm about to call JB again and and see what's going on with him. Dun, 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 dun. What's going on, Monroe, Louisiana? Got True in the building. Thank you for joining the live. Thank you for joining the live. Appreciate you. Let me call Jarrell right quick. Mm. 87 TV. Keep that in mind, people. 87 TV. That's GMAC. 87 TV network out of the Baltimore, Maryland area. Working in conjunction with 87 TV and pushing out a lot of our content. Um, Hold on a second. Let me call G Mac right quick. Let's see if he can't reach Jarrell. Oh yes, Tony G. Can't forget my little sister Tony G. Um, Make sure you go like, share, subscribe to Tony G, all of her content, everything that she's got going on right now, her TikTok, Snapchat, uh, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you lock in with comedian Tony G, aka Tony Gillespie, on Facebook. Um, she is by far one of the funniest female comedians um, that is on the scene today. Um, she's witty, intellectually adept, and can capture an audience with her imagination and the things that she brings to the table through interviews that I've had with her. Um, she is she is how can I say it? She is an old soul and spirit in a young body, you know, because she's young. She's a young individual, but she goes in depth with a lot of things that she's gone through in her life, and she paints a very vivid picture in a comedic formula in a comedic way, and it hits. You know, it really hits. And we're working on her type shit comedy tour, um, and it's coming together well. But make sure you go support my sister Tony G, aka Tony Gillespie. It's GASP underscore Tony. That's GASP underscore TONI on IG. Tony Gillespie. Don't ask me how to spell her last name on this live right now, but look up Tony Gillespie, and you'll find her out there online. And man, look, she's funny as hell. She's funny as hell. Last but not least, as it relates to information that I need to push out there to you, uh, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's see here. A couple of things. What else we had going on, man? Oh, this is important. This is important because a lot of people may not have realized this, but prayers go out to um, people in our area. What's going on, brother Fred Cook? Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. If you guys don't know, that's my brother Fred Cook, aka Freaky the Pimp, major artist out of Mississippi, down on the Golden Gulf Coast, past Christian, Mississippi. That is my brother from another mother. I love him with my life, to the beginning of life, to the end of living. Yes, indeed, that's my man, Fred Cook. Go check out his music. He's got some new stuff that he's got coming out. He's working real heavy with Trill, Bun B, and that whole crew. Um, Down South Royalty, and make sure you tap into his podcast, Culture Connections, on Sunday, 8 p.m. sharp, Central Standard Time. Lock in. My brother got a great show, great conversations. He had a radio host from 94.5 the other day, and another young lady that he had on, and they were talking about some serious issues as it relates to relationships, and it was a great conversation. Um, but back to what I was saying, uh, prayers go out to the individuals that experienced um, some tragedy during this past storm. We had some tornadoes in our area, um, Tylerville. Um, I'm sorry, Tylertown, Taylorsville, Decatur area, Meridian area, Stonewall area. Um, any of the surrounding areas that may have been affected, uh, and you had some major loss, whether it be property or even life. Prayers go out to you guys. We're doing cleanup now. We're working on some things in the area, so it's a little rough, but at the same time, life's gonna keep on lifing. And there again, prayers go out to all of our sisters and brothers that have been impacted by um, by the storm. I am waiting for my brother. Jarrell Braswell, to jump online with me here to talk about what he's got going on with Bubba Dub and the BDE crew and the We the Ones tours. They've been making some major noise across the country, and we get opportunity to go in depth with him and some of the things that he's been doing while on the road out there with Bubba Dub and the crew. It's been exciting to watch, knowing that he's a part of our camp and he's coming out of our area, and we could see right before our very eyes the blossoming of greatness. So, looking forward to that conversation here in just a little bit. I think he's still on the road, so when he gets locked in, we're going to get Jarrell into the studio virtually and have a great conversation about what he's got going on. We oh, I forgot to tell you. I forgot, man. Look, nothing personal. Please don't take this the wrong way. But just so y'all know, get on the bus now. Get on the bus. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. I know y'all see it. A lot of people don't want to appreciate it. They hated it. And I called it from the beginning of the year, from the start of the season. From the start of the season, we're dropping a little T on some things. You know what I'm saying? Go Eagles. And put this back over here. You know, you know what I'm saying? I got bragging rights for the whole year now until somebody can knock us off our high horse. You know. Hold on a second. I gotta answer this one. It's G Mac. I gotta answer this one. It's G Mac. G Mac. I'm good, man. You can reach out to Jarrell. I'm trying to call him to see where he at. He's supposed to be online with me right now. Yeah, he might have went to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. See if you can't wake him up from it. Or if he's still on the road. Cause I know both of y'all was driving. So check him out. See where he at from it. All right. Appreciate you, bro. Mm, all right. So back to me boasting and bragging about my Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champions once again, taking down the Kansas City Chiefs. And, I find it odd. I find it odd that none of my partners from KC have called me and congratulated me. None of them. None of them. Now, my brother Don Juan Misery, he called ahead of time just to get it out the way a little bit. But, the aftermath, because we whipped KC's ass. Ain't nobody called me. Duran, Brother Black, ain't nobody called me, man. Out of KC. Ain't nobody called me, man. Out of KC. To talk no shit. Now, I'd be damned if my Eagles would have taken the ass whooping. I'd have had to sit there and listen to all that bullshit for the year. And I've been kind of lighthearted in terms of, bringing it to you and stepping on y'all necks about what we actually did to Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City. But, that's neither here nor there. We ain't gonna sit there and cry over spilled milk. But, fly Eagles fly. You know what I'm saying? Here's what it is. We whooped that ass though. We whooped that ass. But I was saying, Mississippi State, my sons, my guys, my brothers, my boys, have made the NCAA tournament once again. 3 years, back to back to back, and this year is going to be magical for them. I can feel it. I just know that they have a team that's going to take them somewhere. With Cam Matthews, Josh Hubbard, Keyshawn Murphy, Sean Jones. These guys are some dogs, man. And a lot of people kind of don't see Mississippi State going too far in this tournament, but I don't see anybody that can beat them in the field. Now they got some workhorses out there that's playing some A1 basketball this time of the year, but I don't see anybody that got the heart like Mississippi State. Real talk. And I'm not just, and maybe I am biased because my son graduated from Mississippi State, played for Mississippi State. But just watching them guys and seeing how they run the floor, seeing the shooting, um, the depth chart when it comes to the shooting. We're not talking about just one or two individuals that can sit there and shoot the leather off the ball. No, I'm talking about anybody coming off that bench can give you double figures at any given time. So, and then defensively, you're talking about one of the best defenders in the nation in Cameron Matthews. Come on now, that's a hard dynamic to deal with um, when it comes to their style of play. So, just my just take a note, pay attention to the NCAA tournament, and watch how Mississippi State climbs up the depth chart because they're gonna continually punch these motherfuckers in their mouth and make this shit happen. Mississippi State, they on the rise. Mark my word. Mark my word. Um, oh man, everybody got look. Pittsburgh Steelers fans always got some hate, man. You ain't had to log back off and log back in, brother Fred. Come on now, OG freaking the pimp. You ain't got to hate, but I do like that Hell State. There you go. There you go. You shouldn't have no dog in the fight when it comes to um, the Steelers, the Eagles, and KC. You should have been an Eagles fan. Come on now. But I understand. I understand the hate is real for the Eagles in the field because we are the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? We got the better uniforms. You know what I mean? We come out of the city of brotherly love. Pittsburgh. Where the Pittsburgh Steelers out of? Poughkeepsie somewhere? I don't even know where they. I don't even know where they stationed out of. But man, y'all got me off topic right now. I ain't even supposed to be talking about the Steelers or nothing like that. But Fred got under my skin when he kind of hit me in the heart right then. I couldn't even read this small ass print, but I saw that. Believe me, I saw that. But I love you, my brother. Um, we got to get you back on the show and get an opportunity to, let's see. Man, I ain't got no better helmets, man. Y'all black helmets with a star on it? Man, stop. We need to do a survey. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm putting together a survey. Who got the better helmets? Who got the better helmets, better uniforms, and the best looking players on the field? The Steelers or the Eagles? That's the question. Who got the better everything? That's all I got to say. If you want to put your comments into the comment field, or if you want to DM me or call me, help me. We're gonna do a show. That's what we're gonna do. Fuck that. We're gonna do a show dedicated to the Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Neck and neck. Who got the best team all the way across the board from inception to 2025? And who's likely to win the Super Bowl again next season? Us, Eagles. Remember that. So whenever you want to do that, let me know. Let me see. I definitely got to get Freaky back on the show because whether you realize or not, go follow Fred Cook, aka Freaky the Pimp, OG Freaky the Pimp, on all social media. Like I say, one of the top artists in Mississippi, coming out of Mississippi, working with Bun B, the Trill family, Down South Royalty. And when I say you got some fire music, fire video, fire content, and now a brand new podcast that he's kicked off, Culture Connections, just an awesome conversation, dialogue that he has with some dynamic people from radio hosts to psychologists to doctors, lawyers. He's tapped in with everyone, so it's great conversation. Make sure you tap in, and that's on Sundays. On Sundays at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Let's see. I wonder what's going on with Jarrell. Well, that's okay. We'll get him in here. We'll get him in here. What else we got, man? We got some more stuff I want to talk to y'all about. I got so many different things that's happening, that's going on we showcased two of our movies over the last couple of weeks. Going Nowhere Fast, um, from SNHH Films, production crew out of California. It was a 30-minute short film that focused on opioid addiction. Whether you realize or not, all of the things that were going on in that whole situation. One of our rappers, um, RX, the rapper, actually lived through the situation where his mother passed from an overdose, and he's dealt with some forms of addiction himself. So that movie production was done in hopes of shedding some light on um, opioid addiction. So Going Nowhere Fast. It's still out there. Go check it out. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on my platform as well. We also had an opportunity to showcase Whole Problems, which is another short film that was produced by my brother Malachi Williams out of Tampa. And that was a short film about his life, a real story about his life. Of course, some of the elements were comedic and funny, but he did it in such a fashion that he wanted people to be entertained and have a good laugh about what he experienced in his life and some of the hoes that he had problems with, coming through it. So that was a good showing, and now we are, like I said, working on our casting calls for our comedic skits with Hoochie Man James and T Skates, Hoochie Man James, aka Jarrell Braswell, and T Skates, aka Tony G. And of course, we have my brother G Mac out of Baltimore. We're working on his movie, Sink or Swim. So we're doing the casting call right now for anyone in the region that is interested. Reach out to us, man. Let us know that you want to participate either in some of the comedic skits or even play a role in one of the movies. We have the auditions that are out there right now. You can walk through the checklist of how to actually participate. It's a real simple process. You email us your headshot and any video links of yourself doing what it is that you do. The next part of it would be you'll get a email from us dated with a time and a link, a virtual link, because it's going to be a virtual audition. Once you make it through that phase, the virtual audition phase, then you'll come in studio to do an in studio read, and then of course get familiar with the cast and crew. And when we make our final decisions, we'll let everyone know via email if they've made the cut. So give yourself an opportunity to participate in a growing industry and a growing opportunity with what we have here with For Real Records, Jim's IT, 87 TV, Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, the Freeway umbrella of everything that we're working with the Ross family, and a lot of other guys that we're dealing with as it relates to this industry. Of course, my brother Keith Wallace, Getty Blue, EXO Music. Of course, our ambassadors that are out there right now, from Melvin Farmer, I Told Marv, you name it, we're a part of it and affiliated with it. So it's a lot of interesting and fun things that are coming down the pipe. Maybe Jarrell got caught up and had some other things that he had to do, but I'm gonna give him a little bit more time because I really want to talk to him about what we have going on. Excuse me. Let me do a little. This is what I call a shameless plug. For our water company, Alkaline Life Water. The best water on the planet. Remember that. The best water on the planet. Alkaline Life Water. Tap in. If you need it, you want it in your life, get at me, www.gemsit.org. That's gemsit.org. G, gemsit.org. Get with us. We also have the Industry Talk t-shirts and hoodies that are on deck. We have the Industry Talk hoodies and t-shirts that are on deck. You go to the website at www.gemsit.org, www.freewayrecordsllc.com, and you can pick up one of the Industry Talk t-shirts. They've been moving pretty quickly once we put the information out about the shirts. So yeah, definitely keep in mind that all of those orders that did come in, we're going to be getting your merchandise out to you here shortly. Within probably by the end of the week, we get all of those orders packaged up and out, waiting for the next phase of what we got going on. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you for tuning into what we have going on and actually participating and engaging in a fun way, and watching us build and grow. Let's see. Let's see if I can't reach out to JB one more time. Because if I can't reach out to JB one more time, we're going to close out because I've given all of my content. I don't like to just sit here and waste nobody's time because normally I have an agenda of everything that I want to do and talk about. And that's, and I've done that. I've talked about all that. So let's see. Mm, mm, well, maybe not. Maybe not today. Uh, That's okay. Things happen, and we roll with those punches, no matter what's going on. Um, let's see, and I guess we'll close it out. I don't want to miss anything with conversation. I don't like to bring up negative news. Uh, I really don't. I'm not a part of the news cycle where I talk about um, my brothers and sisters in a negative light. I uh, I do not. But news is news. I did get information across the wire that Big U is on the run, so to speak, or he's wanted in connection with a RICO conspiracy. And all I can do with that is let's see how this thing fares out. Let's see what's going on in connection to drug trafficking, murder, and things of the like. Um, Big U was making some strides with his community organization programs that he had going on. So um, I don't know these individuals personally. Um, so all I can do is be on the outside of the fishbowl looking in to see what develops. And hopefully, the allegations that have been waged against Big U and some of his counterparts um, fare out to be false. Also, we had um, a heated debate or discussion that came across the wire as well with Jess Hilarious and the other young lady that sits on the Breakfast Club. Um, and I'm definitely not going to get into that. I know Jess got some things off of her chest as it relates to how things are being run um, with the Breakfast Club, and she has every right to express herself, whether it be um, live, whether it be live in her own personal space, or even more so, brought it to the platform on the Breakfast Club today to make mention to what's going on. So um, a lot of times we forget that people work hard to get into the positions that they're in, and don't want to deal with or tolerate any levels of disrespect as it comes to how you handle people, how you deal with people, and perceptions of people. She was um, being painted as being the villain in a situation, and she didn't like how that was being directed towards her, whether it be in the comments, whether people talking to her in the street sideways. Regardless, her brand is about funny. Her brand is about love. Her brand is about, doing things in a positive way. And if you don't know too much about Jess Hilarious, a lot of folks may comment about educational levels and this, that, and the other. No, man, you have to do the research to find out about who this young woman is. Her character is one thing, but her personal life and what she does outside of what you see on this virtual or this digital screen um, is two different worlds. So people get it confused in thinking that the role that she plays on this television set is her real life, when in fact, she's got an entirely different life with a family that she's trying to defend. So, everyone that wants to jump on the bandwagon of, let's say, a LeBron James in support of his son, which is noble and definitely warranted with the Stephen A situation. I definitely get that, because most parents would react in the same way, given the situation and circumstances. They care about their kids. I get that. So, what's the difference with Jess Hilarious standing up for what she believes and defending herself, and standing on her square as it relates to um, how she wants to be treated and handled as a professional? That's that's not hard to ask, and everything that she went through. She fought for that contract. She went and sat with us all. If you followed the story of Jess leading up to getting that job with the Breakfast Club, she fought for that contract. It was renegotiated, and everything that she had to go through, the ups and downs. And then, of course, life happens. She ends up having a child, taking maternity leave, giving another individual an opportunity that was already a producer for the show, an opportunity to hold a place meant for her until she returned. And then everything didn't pan out how it should have, as it relates to, them logistically making some moves happen. So did she get heated about it? Of course she did. She had every right to be. Was it supposed to be a public display? Hey, look, the way I look at it, the way you play with somebody and the way they play with you back is two different levels of play. And some people don't fucking play games. So why would you think that, you know, playing with someone's brand, someone's job, someone's career, someone's emotions, even after the fact of going through what she's gone through with having a child, it's supposed to be there in support of them. Why would you even play with that as though, this is an option? Like, we're looking at outsourcing you because we found someone that we think would be a better fit or would do a better job. When in fact, you hired her to be funny. You hired her to be who she is. You hired her to be just hilarious. Now, can Jess make it on her own? Can Jess um, knock down shows and create podcasts and create her own lane? Of course she can. She's just that ingenious and has that intellectual capacity to be able to do anything that she wants to do and chooses to do. But when you come to a point where people are disrespecting you because of who you are, and thinking that they've gotten to know you well enough to be able to play with you, well, then at some point in time, you're going to have to put your foot down and say, hey, enough is enough. And it's a good thing that it just got to the point to where as a conversation was had. you see, and nothing beyond that, because things can get ugly in this industry in terms of how people try to fuck over you in the industry. And that's actually what she was feeling, I do believe. I don't know Just Hilarious personally. And like we've always said, she could do this on her own because she has a platform and the people that are behind her to actually do this. She's going on tour and making money, doing her thing, but people like that consistency. And she likes that notoriety that comes with the show. It helps her brand. So it's a symbiotic relationship to help her grow as well. So why would you want to cut off your nose to spite your face? So I could understand why she's bucking up against some of the nonsense that she felt was being waged against her in her current position. Um, but that's neither here nor there. That's not me rallying support or war cry in support of what Jess Hilarious is going through. I'm just saying that I understand um, what she's dealing with because people can be cynical. People can be just downright just dirty and not taking into consideration uh, the hard work that you put into building your brand and building who it is that you want people to see you as, and not being portrayed as a villain or someone that is bitter or upset because of whatever has transpired. So either which way it goes, um, I'm gonna try Braswell one more time because I really want to have a conversation with him. We had this scheduled in. So let's see. We can make this happen and get his intake and input on some of these things. Maybe not. Um, Also, the power of podcasts, and I'm gonna give it to you as real and as raw as I can give it to you. The power of the podcast. All right. And a lot of people might not understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, but um, I'm going to use Young LA as an example because he got an opportunity to have an interview, have a sit down with my brother ECO, Boss Talk Podcast 101, and a segment of his music. He was giving a rundown or breakdown to E about one of his songs, Ain't I, that he did with J Money and Ti. Man, look here. He saw after that thing caught on and went viral to a degree through the Boss Talk interview, right? And him going through the ups and downs and having a real conversation about his career and some of the pitfalls and you know just basic conversation. And he introduced his music to the audience. Right now, you can punch in Young LA TikTok challenge or Young LA Ain't I challenge, and his shit then took off. I'm talking about almost a 200% increase in streams on that particular song. And I make reference to that because you never know when it's going to hit, how it's going to hit, why it's going to hit. Um, but when it does hit, here's the thing that I like to talk to artists about: is your music registered correctly? I always talk about these things, and I'm always going to bring it full circle because this is industry talk, and my objective is to make sure that artists and talents are protecting their intellectual property and themselves from being abused or misused in this industry. So, taking into consideration, Ain't I, Young LA, Ti, and J Money is going through the roof right now. Is his music registered properly so that he can receive the royalties that he's supposed to receive from that music once it hits its peak? Because if not, then you're still in a situation where you're not going to receive anything out of it because your music isn't registered correctly. You do not have ownership of your copyrights. I ain't worried about masters and all that. What I'm talking about is, are you registered correctly so that when ASCAP or BMI or the MLC or the RIA, when they start crunching these numbers and they want to see, okay, who's getting these splits and where is this money being distributed to, it's going to the right places. Because if it's not, you're not going to see or receive anything. And that's a hard pill to swallow, to know that some artists are still, regardless of how long they've been in the industry, are still not in a position to where they're registering their music correctly. So I'm not going to go back and forth with that part of it. I just know that we've had conversations, and I've done the checklist of what it is that you need to do to take the proper steps to register your intellectual property correctly with all the different bodies and entities that you need to register your music with. Also, we'll be having a conversation here soon with the architect himself, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee is an executive producer and produced Blue Laces for Nipsey Hussle. He has over 49 platinum records under his belt. So, these are individuals that I have conversations with that have done it, that do it, that know the industry inside and out, and can bring it to you full scale about what you can do, what you should do, how to move in the industry, some great suggestions on how to succeed in the industry, as well as how to carve out your own particular niche and your career and actually make money in the industry. And good moves to make as it relates to investing in yourself within this industry, so that at the end of the day, when you're looking at retirement, or you're looking at, okay, your catalog, and you can go back and like, hey man, I'm gonna be making money in my sleep. My kids are gonna be making money in their sleep, because it's passed down from generation to generation. Your works of art that can always be reutilized, repurposed, and become a sound piece of an asset for your family at the end of the day. So let's think about those things, man, um, and make sure as an artist that you are protecting yourself. You're protecting your intellectual property, and you're doing it the right way. If you need assistance with this, like I tell folks all the time, I don't mind sitting down on the telephone having a good conversation, um, but my services are not free. You know, the services come with a fee. I can sit there and give you the blueprint. I don't mind giving people the blueprint, and I've done it time and time again. I don't give you the blueprint, but that doesn't mean that you're going to execute the blueprint in terms of how to do it and how to do it right. So if you're interested in making some real moves with your music, with your artistry, and your talent, yeah, give us a call, 808-225-9063. That's 808-225-9063. And let's have a conversation about what it is you wanted to get accomplished um, in this industry, what you're trying to do with your music as an artist. So let me give you the list of people that you can check out that I rock with, that I really fuck with when it comes to this music thing. People that lean on me, I lean on them to get things done, and get things accomplished as we move forward in this space. I just mentioned my brother OG Freaky the Pimp. Make sure you lock in, like, share, follow, subscribe with OG Freaky the Pimp. That's Fred Cook, OG Freaky the Pimp out of Mississippi. That's OG Freaky the Pimp. Make sure you tap in with my brother Keith Wallace. That's Keith Wallace on all platforms: IG, Facebook, uh, Snapchat, TikTok, you name it, YouTube, Keith Wallace, the messenger. Let's make sure you go follow, like, and share my man Getty Blue. Go tap in with Getty Blue. Now I'm telling you, I'm giving you a list of all of the artists that I rock with, that are working in conjunction with everything that we got going on, that are toe and step with, lock and step with what we have moving in our section. Um, Getty Blue. Um, Make sure you follow Getty, GHETTY_BLUU. That's Getty Blue, GHETTY_BLUU. That's Getty Blue. Um, Make sure you lock in with XO Music. That's XOMUZIK, XO Music. She just dropped her freestyle, Let It Cook, on Spade TV, going through the roof with bananas. Uh, One of the hottest artists on the planet, present day. It's hard to find somebody that can really fuck with her. She just lyrically just cold blooded. Get opportunity to go follow my girl XO Music. Terry MF Cherry. That's Terry TERRI Cherry CHERRY. That's Terry MF Cherry. Terry, this is on IG. Terry TERI_MF_Cherry. Terry motherfucking Cherry. Make sure y'all go check out Terry Cherry. Some of the greatest soulful singing and um I don't want to say a Southern Soul because she's not a Southern Soul artist, but it's even beyond a step of neo soul. She just a voice to be reckoned with, a great personality. So make sure y'all check out my girl Terry Cherry. She's hot on the scene. Zala Rain. You can check out Zala Rain, ZA_LORRAINE, Zala Rain. One of our artists out of the Dallas area that's making some headway. She just did a hot take with one of those groups at South by Southwest. Y'all can see her rocking the primetime T-shirt. I'm out there doing her thing, looking good, feeling good, smelling good, um, tearing the mic up, burning down the motherfucking booth. So y'all make sure y'all lock in with Zala Rain, out there doing her thing. I'm gonna make sure I'm not forgetting any of my people, man. Comedian Jarrell Braswell, y'all see him out there making big moves with Bubba Dub and the We the Ones comedy tour. So he's out there with my man GMAC 87 TV network, getting in that production, great, gathering great content, and making some great connections while they're out there on the road. So you're seeing that new content daily getting dropped through our social media network, and is awesome to see. Tony G, comedian Tony G, aka Tony Gillespie. She is making some serious headway with staying consistently working, motivated, and pushing the envelope with her comedy and killing these rooms. We have some great content that's coming out behind her as well. What else, man? Artist wise, I don't want to leave anybody off the list. Yeah, I think that's the ones that we're really working with real heavy right now. We have some other artists that we're doing some development with as well. Um, but these guys, keep your eye on because we're making some power moves with what we got going on with these guys, and it's been fun watching the development of everything that's coming down the pipeline. So I've been on here for a good minute, um, waiting for JB to jump on with me, but obviously either he's still driving, got some things going on. But it's been fun. It's been fun talking with you, giving you a little insight about everything that's coming down the pipeline. Give you a refresher and a reminder real quick before I get off of this thing. Before I get off of here, make sure you go buy the book if you hadn't bought it already. 21 Keys of Success from my man Freer Ricky Ross. 21 Keys of Success. You can go to www.gemsit.org. You can go to www.gems, You can go to freewayrecordsllc.com, or you can go to freewayrickyross.com, and you can pick up your copy of 21 Keys of Success. Um, Not only the 21 Keys of Success, make sure you pick up Freeway Ricky Ross, The Untold Autobiography, Freeway Ricky Ross, The Untold Autobiography, at the same websites. At the same websites. You know, nothing wrong with supporting the movement. We also have, of course, our hoodies, our Freeway Records hoodies, Freeway Records tees for the summertime. The Industry Talk T-shirts have dropped, so we have the IT Industry Talk T-shirts that are on deck and hoodies that are on deck. Orders have been coming in. I want to thank everyone that has actually purchased your Industry Talk tee. Thank you for the support. Like I say all the time, without you guys, we wouldn't have anything. We would not be where we are today, because without your support, without you tuning in, without you engaging, without you having fun with us on this thing, because I'm not really that in depth with having conversation with myself. Let me just say that. You know, I'm not real good at that. But at the same time, you know, it's it's good to know that we have folks that stay engaged and enjoy having a good time with us on this Squawk Box. So, with all that being said, um, I've taken up a little bit more of your time than I wanted to, and I've given my man Jarrell enough time to link in with me. So obviously he's got some other stuff that he's gotten caught up into. So with that, we're gonna go ahead on and come up off of this thing. We will be back at you. I tell you what, we normally do this on Wednesdays, 4:30 Central Standard Time, but I've gotten to the point to where I may be able to start coming on every day for a short period of time, giving you a rundown instead of trying to give it all to you at one time on a Wednesday throughout the week. That's when I want to set my interviews, but I really want to do interviews on a regular and consistent basis if we're going to do them virtually. But I'm really trying to lock in with in-house, in-studio interviews with individuals that want to come in and sit down and let's have a real conversation and doctor these things up to as we push it out to the public, disseminate this information out to the public in high fashion. So take that in consideration. Also, April 1st is coming up. If you are if you're running for an elected position in the Meridian, Stonewall, Pachuta area, anywhere in this surrounding area, and you're interested in sitting down with us to talk about your platform, to talk about what you have going on and what you're trying to bring to the table for your city and your community, give me a call, 808-225-9063. That's 808-225-9063. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's debate about it. Let's beat it up, chew it up, spit it out, and push it out to the people and make sure that they can ingest it in a way that makes sense to them, because it's dealing with community. We're dealing with people. We're dealing with issues in the world right now that people are pushing off to the sidelines when it comes to commerce, when it comes to debt, when it comes to credit, when it comes to financial literacy, things that we should really be paying close attention to, but we choose not to. We want to sit there and kick that can down the road as though we've already taken preventative measures, and we have not. A lot of us have no idea what an IRA is, or a 401k, or setting up your stock brokerage account and buying stocks, or even investing in bonds. There are things that we don't talk about on a regular, consistent basis. A lot of people say, "Oh man, I've seen this on the internet about a trust, and I do that." Okay, look, I'm not knocking any of these conversations that they're having over the internet about what you need to do with your money. But if you were wise enough to have a true understanding, go do some research on your own. Don't just invest or jump into some shit just because somebody says it on the fucking internet. Don't do that to yourself. Do some research. Go sit down with some individuals that know what the hell they're talking about and engage it that way so that you make smart, sound and wise decisions, whether it be property investment, whether it be investing into a business, whether it be investing into an individual. Either which way it goes, find out the best methodology for you to win. And it's not a short race, it's a long-term race. And that's the one thing that people forget when it comes to saving and investing and making your money work for you. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a long-term plan. You have short-term goals with long-term strategic plans. So if you need help, you want to talk about it, give me a call, 808-225-9063, and let's come up with an executable plan that will work for you. All right. With that being said, it's been fun, but it's getting a little bit late, going on 6 o'clock here in a minute, and I've got to run. So as always, beautiful people, it's about health, wealth, and wellness. Love you all. You've been locked into another great episode of Primetime Pod. Major salute to our guest. And remember, ain't no time like primetime. This is your main man, Big G, with Industry Talk. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to our network, Primetime Pod. And as always, beautiful people, it's about health, wealth, and wellness.
Shit.
Primetime Pod. Make sure you check it out.
Why the fuck you think he missing? Excited.
Yeah, and Singleville's a whole lot.
Now, I'm not trying to get a little messy with you.
Time is money.
They go trap.